Happy Monday, my unparalleled Unizombies. My God, it's been 84 years, but don't worry, you gotta crawl out of your coffins today because we have a zombie combo deck profile. Finally, yay!
Ever since the ban list, y'all have been asking for an updated list, but since then, we've gotten a ton of cards into the TCG card pool, and we've been testing all of them. I am super confident that this is the best way to play the deck moving forward.
I was gonna say the best deck of the format. It was a little bit of an overstatement there. Clickbait. Honestly, for all my zombie combo lovers out there, this is the wave. Shout out to Amanda. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video where we do a full combo tutorial and test hand for anyone who wants to learn the deck. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're gonna get right on into this deck profile. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, comment, all that fun stuff because I'm happy you're here and I want you in the sub squad.
All right, so starting off, we are on, obviously, triple copies of Unizombie. This is just the best starter card in the deck. We are playing a supplementary engine in this, so we may not have to use our normal summon, but baseline stats, this is just a level 3 tuner, so keep that in mind. Really insane. Is a dark monster, is a zombie monster. Has two really relevant effects, one of which you can discard any card from your hand. The wording is really imperative there. It is discard. And then the second is that you can Foolish Burial any zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. Both of these will modulate any monster on the field's level up by 1. So you can make this a 4, you can make any of your other cards on the field 4s, 5s, 6s, whatever your level modulation is that you would want.
It's suddenly extremely relevant that he's a level 3 tuner.
I feel like every time we do this, this level 3 tuner stuff just gets way better.
Yeah, it gets better and better, and man, Unizombies put a lot of work. I'm really proud of you, bud. You've come far. Anyway.
And then obviously the best extent in the deck, we're playing triple copies of Mizuki. Like, not much to say here. Once your zombie engine is online, not a hard once per turn, banish, special summon anything from your graveyard. This card's insane.
I vote that Brian gets extremely shredded by Halloween and he's Mizuki for Halloween. If you would like that to happen, please comment Mizuki Bri. I would really like that for me as a person. Totally not simping for my boyfriend or anything. Anyway, bye.
And we are playing double copies of Necro World of Banshee. Used to play this card at 3. I still think it is kind of viable at 3. This deck is at 41. We had to do a lot of cutting to get this deck where it is. So honestly, this card at 2 is fine. You have a lot of ways to put things into the graveyard. Quick effect on field or in the graveyard. Banish, directly activate Zombie World from your deck. Card's insane. And real quick, just still 2 copies of P.U.N.K, the best
boss monster ever printed out of a structure deck.
1000%. During either player's standby phase, if there's a face-up field spell on the field, this just special summons itself from the graveyard. It does not have to be your field spell. However, if Zombie World is face-up on the field, this card just gets so much advantage because once per chain, you can either banish a face-up monster on the field, non-targeting, or either in the graveyard, and then when a zombie monster activates its effect, you can just negate it. 1 copy of the Glow Up Bloom, literally just free level 1 tuner off of your Needle Fiber. When it hits the graveyard, you can banish it and then special summon P.U.N.K from your deck if Zombie World is face-up on the field, or if not, you can still add it to your hand. Once again, level 1 tuner. And
Rip Glow Bulb, I'll miss you. I think of you every day. Did you say and Europrint?
Yeah. And then moving off for our extender packages, one of many, we are on 1 copy of Danger Bigfoot. This is one of our going second cards, but also a free level 8. We are playing 3 copies of Danger Nessie, 1 copy of Danger Mothman, 1 copy of Jackalope, and then 1 copy of Tsuchinoko.
Snooch!
Nessie back at 3 is absolutely absurd in this deck. Like, it literally just gets you the ability to search level 3s realistically if it gets it, or if it gets onto the board, it's a level 7. We play a level 1 tuner and maybe another level 1 tuner. You have a ton of cool synchro plays, a lot of utility once again in your extra deck that allows you to continually play, which is something that I really enjoy about this deck.
For all my OGs out there, we did used to play a very heavy Danger Zombie combo deck, so I feel like we're coming full circle, and I'm really happy. Nessie at 3 is absolutely insane, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with these cards, as you guys will see later on in the video.
Yo, Konami, shout out to you, but for real, we need to get Jackalope and Tsuchinoko back off the ban list at 2 or 3.
Let me have fun. If I'm not gonna have Colossus, I at least would like my small, adorable cryptids. Thank you.
And then for another little engine, we are playing 1 copy of Recover, double copies of our Noah Punk Ziamine, I think that's how you pronounce it, and then our 1 copy of our Noah Punk Foxy Tune. These cards are all psychic monsters. This is a level 1 tuner that you can special summon off Needle Fiber, or, I mean, Emergency Teleport is at 3, which is why we're playing this engine. This is one of the main cards you want to special summon. Not only is it a level 3 tuner extender, but on the field you can pay 600 life points and then search out your Foxy Tune, and then Foxy Tune has 2 incredible effects. The first of which is that you can tribute any of your punk monsters and then special summon it from your hand, so you could like normal summon this or special summon this, grab this, and then just tribute to special summon, puts a free level 8 body on board. It's a freaking light monster. So relevant for this deck. And it has the additional effect in hand where you can send itself from your hand to the graveyard, and if it resolves, you can send any other card from your hand to the graveyard and then just special summon another punk monster.
Shout out to the punk cards for becoming like the most popular engine in the meta right now next to Brave. I think this is such a cool engine, and my God, these cards are beautiful.
And then just real quick for Recover here, it has a relevant effect. It doesn't come up too often, often, but it's the reason we are playing this card. If this card is in your graveyard and your opponent has 5 or more cards in their extra deck than you do, you can pay 2,000 life points and then special summon it from your graveyard. So free recoverable tuner. You can get it off of Needle Fiber. You can get it off of your...
He said recoverable.
Emergency teleport. It's just a great package right here. And this is the part where everyone clicks off of the video, but we are playing the best part. We are playing triple copies of Water Enchantress.
Speaking of good engines.
1 copy of our Wandering Griffin, and the 1 copy, 2 copies, 3 copies of Right, 1 copy of Fateful, and then the 1 copy of Draco back. We are playing the Adventurer engine.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is something that's a surprise at this point, but honestly, like, why not play an engine that gains you advantage? And honestly, in this deck, it's whack.
The issue with the zombie combo deck throughout almost every single format is that it still loses the cards like Nibiru or Ash or, you know, like 1-2 hand traps on the correct spot. This fixes that problem. You get to set up a negate before anything happens. You also get to put free bodies on board. Griffin is a level 7, Unizombie is a level 3 tuner. Let's do some math here, friends. You can also use the token, which is a level 4. Water Enchantress is a free level 3 body if you open multiples or if you open it and Right. Like, this package is literally just insane.
Is it expensive? Yes, but so are many other cards in this deck that you will see very shortly, and frankly,
it's
if it's good, it works, do it.
And then, as we said before, 3 emergency teleport. This card's back at 3. There's got to be some way to break this deck and abuse this, so we're gonna use these cards. We're gonna get free tuners. We're gonna get 3 extenders.
Free 99, baby.
And then for our zombie package, we're on the 1 copy of Foolish Burial, and then the triple copies of Zombie World.
Ooh, I went with not on 3 copies of Zombie World before?
Yeah, I went with 3 copies of Zombie World and 2 copies of Banshee, only because there's a lot of milling, there's a lot of like excavation, there's a lot of cards being sent to the graveyard in this deck, so you want to have copies of Zombie World in your deck. Typically, if you send a Banshee, you're more than fine. You can activate Zombie World. You want to hard draw the Zombie World 2 a lot, so 3, even though it is like a little bit bricky, I feel like 3 and 2 as opposed to 2 and 3 for this build is just the right way to play.
Yeah, this deck kind of needs the field spell. It's kind of relevant, so, you know.
But it's actually not. We built this deck, so
okay.
even if you don't have your zombie engine, you can still make plays, set up negates, and get to your zombie engine on your opponent's.
I'm wrong. I'm so sorry, Zombie Master Bry Guy. I have failed you. I don't play the deck.
And then, obviously, the last card in the deck is triple copies of Forbidden Droplets. I know this card is extremely expensive, but this is a mandatory card in the deck. You cannot play, I mean, you can play something else, but, like...
It's not the same.
Yeah, like, this card sending zombies to the graveyard is literally insane. This card is so expensive for a reason. 1,000% the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now.
And then it helps put spells in your grave, so when you activate Engage with our Sky Striker engine coming up... I'm just kidding. It was just a joke. It's just a joke. 41, gotta love to see it. Let's show you cuties the extra deck.
We are playing the 1 copy of Link Reba, super self-explanatory, just gets level 1s off field, get your Doom King. That's what this card says. Playing the 1 copy of Needle Fiber. This is the best card in the deck. I swear to God, all you combo players out there, if you get this card banned, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Leave this card alone and ban Auroradon.
We were on this crap for years, and you are putting in work this format, bucko.
1 copy of Vampire Sucker draws you a card, really free advantage. 1 copy of IP, obviously, to go along with our 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, and then our BLS Link. Oh, we should probably talk about this. We'll
probably. We should probably talk about that.
So I will say, this has a very, very poor back row matchup. So the reason that we are playing the BLS Link as opposed to something like Curious or any other like Link monster is because when this is made with a level 7 or higher monster, it can't be targeted and it can't be destroyed. That is something that control decks have a very, very difficult time outing. This deck, though it does set up a ton of interruption, being transparent, doesn't have a great back row matchup. We are trying to win all of our games. This card helps you do that. So I don't think this card is necessarily mandatory, but if you know that you have like a control heavy format, play this card. This card is insane.
Also, for everyone having a merry meltdown because we don't have a lot of back row hate cards in the main deck, because why do you always need to main cards for matchups that may or may not happen? I guess we do have a side deck. The side deck does exist, and where will it be? It'll be on Patreon. Feel free to check it out. Links in the description box down below. Mwah.
And obviously the last card is Access Code. This card's insane. Like this card just goes for game 2.
He's also Europrint, so he does more.
Moving off to our synchros, we are only 1 copy of Formula Synchron, our 1 copy of Herald of the Arclight. Man, this play is so fun. The 1 copy of Virtual World Beast Yugioh. In case anyone does not know, this card, when you have 2 monsters in your graveyard with the same type and attribute with a different name, cannot be destroyed by battle, cannot be destroyed by card effects. This card is literally insane. It is so hard for most players to out, and once again, in your control matchups, this is a card that your opponent has to answer. So really cool combo lines you can get to these. Try to build this deck to beat control and combo. We just want to be efficient with our cards. And then we're playing the 1 copy of Shooting Riser Dragon. We said a very long time ago that this card is going to be absolutely absolutely broken.
Here we are.
This is the format. This card on summon Foolish Burials any monster from your deck to the graveyard and then utilizes its level manipulation because it loses the level via the numbers that you sent. So if you send a 3, it becomes a 4. You send a 1, this card becomes a 6. Like it's math, team. It's math. And then it can quick sync on your opponent's turn, just like Formula Synchron.
I don't do well with math, but I'm just gonna trust Brian's word on this.
The only stipulation to this card is whatever you send, you cannot activate that turn, which is fine. We have just a bunch of follow-up with this card, a bunch of really cool plays that we can do with this. And then moving off to one of the cards that you can make with this on your opponent's turn if you want, or on yours, bam. Chaos Ruler. This card's insane. Mills cards, adds cards, fills your graveyard, comes back by banishing light and dark monsters. We play a light monster. Literally was unintentional, but it came up and it's absolutely incredible. This card is insane. We're playing the 1 copy of Fleur. Obviously, this card is ridiculous in this deck. The reason that this card is insane is because not only are we going to be able to make this card on our opponent's turn, we can make this on our turn as like our 3rd summon now. We are still playing the 1 copy of Leviair the Sea Dragon. This just gets back some of our Mizukis, and then we are playing the brand new Zombie Vampire.
Oh my god, Brian, talk about this card because people are geeking over it and it's really damn good.
We are going to read this card. So first off, this card is a level 8. Doom King is a level 8. You can make it with these 2. You can put one and or the other in graveyard, whichever you feel necessary. Doom King engrave, this engrave for follow-up. This card says, neither player could target this card with the effects of special summon monsters except for monsters that were special summoned from the graveyard. And you can detach 1 material from this card. Each player sends the top 4 cards from their deck to the graveyard. Then if any monsters were sent to the graveyard by this effect, you can special summon 1 of those. This is insane. You can mill your opponent's DPE package. You can mill your opponent's extenders. You can take your opponent's extenders. You can take your extender. Like, this card is just wild in the deck.
The audacity of this card to do good things in a zombie deck.
And believe it or not, that's the deck. We're going to go into a test hand and showcase exactly what this deck is capable of doing.
This deck is a lot of fun, team. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. We worked really hard, and by we, I mean Brian, so make sure you thank him in the comments. He's doing a lot of work for you. Alright team, we like to do a test hand portion for every deck profile we do because we want to actually show you guys the ceiling of the deck, the potential with a random 5-card test hand, and just see where the deck goes so that all y'all at home can be like, wow, I actually know what the deck does now. So if you enjoyed that, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like and comment if you enjoyed the video, and hey, if you want to share it, I am not stopping you, but make sure you check out the links in the description box down below. We're going to get right into this for you, and hopefully we can show you the goo.
I will do a few more of these. Okay.
Okie dokie, artichoke, good luck, my Zambo, bye.
Alright, we're going to start with Danger Jackalope, our Water Enchantress, another Water Enchantress, Danger Nessie, and our copy of Recover. Alright, so this is actually a really decent hand. It doesn't look like a zombie deck, but we're going to showcase exactly, hopefully, what that will look like. So we're going to start off here. We have both Waters, and they trigger engrave, so we're just going to start off here with our Danger Nessie.
Golly, how convenient that I have this Tapiocar's Dark Dice. If you want your own, you can use the code SUP5. Links in the description box down below and support the channel. Appreciate it. Anyway, I'm going to roll.
Jackalope's 1, yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. 6 reroll. Well, that wasn't very helpful, but it was a 2!
Alright, so we're going to send our Water Enchantress to the graveyard. We will special summon our copy of Nessie. I'll do it in the middle, it doesn't really matter. And then we will draw a card. We'll draw. Wow, Foolish Spirit. Sick. We're going to save the Foolish Burial for an Ash. We're going to activate our Water Enchantress, banishing it.
Bye.
This grabs right, and we are going to maybe fast forward here a little bit. We all know what this does, right? We're going to activate right. We'll grab ourselves a token right here, and then right is going to place Fateful. And now we can just activate our Water Enchantress because we control a token and special summon it. This will trigger Fateful's effect. This grabs our Draco back from our deck to our hand, and now we can activate the Fateful Avenger's effect. So we'll search our Wandering Griffin Rider here, and then we have to discard a card. We can discard the Draco back, and then obviously Draco back's effect engrave is going to trigger, equip it, and then now we can special summon our Wandering Griffin Rider. Man, there's not enough zones on this mat to play this hand out with all the spells and traps and all that other stuff. Now that we have a negate, we're going to activate our Foolish Burial. It's going to send our Necrowold Banshee from our deck to the graveyard. Now we're going to normal summon our Recover. We have a bunch of things we can do here. So if we did have that level 3 tuner, Nessie and the level 3 can make Baron, or you can use the Griffin Rider and the level 3 to make Baron. However, we do have a level 3 and a level 7, so as we said before, right, a ton of utility. We already set up negates, we already have an extender, another extender, and now we've officially made our normal summon. We're just going to take our Danger Nessie and our Recover here. We'll special summon our copy of Needle Fiber here, and then we will activate the Fiber. This will special summon a copy of Glow Up Bloom from our deck to our side of the field. Now we have tons of options, right? Like we can make IP Masquerena if you want with these two. You can just make like Link Karibo. You can leave this on board if you want. This is a level 3. This is a level 1 tuner. We want to set up more negates. We are going to Synchro Summon. This is going to make our copy of Herald of the Arclight, and then now, because Bloom hit the grave, we're going to activate Bloom as Chain Link 1. If our opponent has no response, we will then chain our Necroworld Banshee as Chain Link 2. This will place Zombie World face up on the field, and then when Bloom goes to resolve, we will special summon our copy of Doom King from our deck. This is just one of multiple end boards you can use. We still have Water Enchantress in the graveyard for follow-up. We have Recover in the graveyard for follow-up. We have a negate with Herald. We have have a negate with Griffin Rider, we have a negate with Doom King, we have a banish with Doom King, we have follow-up with Jackalope on our turn, we have the Draco back, which can get rid of any card on our following turn, and then we can activate our Needle Fiber on our opponent's turn, banishing it. And you have multiple options here. Because we weren't able to set up Baron, you can make Formula Synchron and then obviously draw a card. Formula Synchron and the Doom King will make you a copy of Baron, or here you can tag out for a copy of your Shooting Riser Dragon. Instead of your Formula Synchron, Shooting Riser can send a level 3, making it a level 4. Once you've used your Griffin Rider, it allows you to sync with the tokens. Keep in mind, whatever you send off of Shooting Riser can't go to the graveyard if Herald is face up on the board. So you will have to use the Herald Negate. This is one of those decks where you just kind of have to time your interruptions accordingly, but there are so many plays in this deck that it just allows you to extend and kind of get to whatever, whenever. Or one other line real fast, just in case you don't want to make the Shooting Riser, is you can make the Formula Synchron, draw an additional card. You're not sending anything here, so your Herald can still be live, and you can use the Formula and the token once you've shuffled back with Griffin Rider, and this allows you to make the Yugioh, which is just another card your opponent has to answer. So keep that in mind. Once again, tons of different lines in this deck. I really am proud of this deck. I think this deck actually does a lot, and it's something that I definitely plan to keep messing with and continually playing and bettering this deck as we go along in the format.
But that's the deck. We really hope you guys enjoyed it. Brad Guy, the zombie guy, has been working really, really hard on it. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below. We reply to all the comments, and I just love you. So make sure you check out all the links in the description box down below. We wish you a very good one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We love you. You matter. We'll see you guys in the next video. Man, we haven't done this in a while. Bye!
See y'all, team!